welcome to my first ever vlog. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Nicole Brown and I am an equestrian commentator and presenter. And this weekend I will be heading to Burgham International Horse Trials because it is the first big international event of 2020 on British soil, and I will be going behind the scenes to hopefully give you a little insight into what is going on, because obviously as much as we all are delighted that eventing is back up and running, it is behind closed doors, so it is just competitors and officials allowed on site. So I thought it might be quite fun to take you behind the scenes and give you a little insight into what it takes to run one of the biggest events on the international circuit in the UK. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Burgham, I would say Burgham is probably one of the friendliest, it is the friendliest event I have ever been to in my life. I don't know if it's a northern thing, but honestly, I first went a couple of years ago. It is based up near between Morpeth and Alnwick, which is in Northumberland, so the north of England, basically just south of Scotland, and it is honestly one of the friendliest events. Everybody there is just absolutely lovely. It is a real sort of premier event for the north of England, and the quality of horses and riders that they get to the event just gives a huge credit to the organisers, Martin and his team, because it's a long old way for a lot of them to travel up to Burgham, but they do it every year because they absolutely love the venue, and rightly so. It is a fantastic course. It is beautifully presented. The cross country is built by David Evans. It's quite windy, but it is just a really, really lovely event, unbelievably friendly and always a real treat. So I'm delighted that my first event post-COVID is going to be Burgham. Not going to lie, I'm a little bit nervous. Obviously post-lockdown everything is very different in the world. I use a lot of hand sanitizer anyway, so you can imagine how much I'm using these days because I love the stuff. But it's, on a serious note, it is very different now, and everybody feels like a responsibility, I think, to make sure that everybody is kept safe and that the sport is safe. We're obviously delighted to be returning, but it needs to be safe. And so I'm a little bit nervous from that perspective, but also it's the first time since, I think, Christmas that I've left my little boy at home. So Toby, who is nearly 2, he will be at home with Dad all weekend. And so, it's the mum guilt, isn't it? It kicks in all the time. It's probably a whole different show on its own. But I'm unbelievably excited to be heading up to Burgham, and Toby will be fine. He will be absolutely not at all bothered that I'm not here. I'll just be a little bit more bothered. But I am unbelievably lucky, and I'm so excited to be heading up there because we have just the most remarkable weekend of competition in store. So I'm recording this on Thursday, so I leave very early tomorrow morning. The 4-star has started their dressage. They started that today. Will continue tomorrow and then do their jumping phases on Saturday. And it is just an unbelievable field. So you've got the likes of Kitty King, Fandre Biatz. Kitty was on the Equirating's Eventing podcast preview show, actually. That is available to listen to if you haven't done so already, free across all podcast platforms. There you go. But Kitty is the defending champion. She's heading up to Burgham very much hoping for a competitive run. You've got Oliver Townend, Ballamore Class. That horse is literally one of the best horses in the world right now, I think. He's got 5 top 5 finishes at 5-star. Oliver, absolutely, he is the reigning world number 1. So I think they will be very competitive. They actually won at Burgham a couple of years ago. They were second last year to Kitty. Pole down in the show jumping cost them. You've got Laura Collett, Mr. Bass, who it's the horse's first international run back since having had some time off. But he won at Burgham a couple of years ago. Laura also has London 52 and a Capo. And then there's a whole host of other top names. Ros Cantor and All-Star Beatty, world champions. Piggy March has got a couple of really nice rides. William Fox Pitt with his very good horse, Little Fire, as well as a number of others. It is just an unbelievable field. So I will be trying to bring you some behind-the-scenes action from Burgham. I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to get yet. I've never vlogged before, so who knows? This might be an epic disaster. But I hope you enjoy. Let's see what happens. Morning, so it is 4:15. Friday morning. I'm just about to leave drive up to Burgham. I've just snuck out of the caravan. It's the first time I've really had to do it early in the morning, because let me tell you, every single noise you make sounds like it's the loudest noise in the world and that you're going to wake a toddler up before you leave. Anyway, I think I snuck out successfully. Oh, I have total respect because you do it more than me. Anyway, so I'm just gonna get on the road and then we'll be at Burgham. So the new normal of eventing, I don't even know if you'll be able to hear me, but literally amazing to see, barely a person without a mask. It's really quite impressive. So I'm going to go and head out and walk the course, and it's pretty windy. So I'm just out walking the course. I'm in the middle of nowhere, so I have slipped my mask down for a second. Breezy, you can see a bit of the track behind me, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It's so nice to see everybody. So they are the international dressage arenas, and that is show jumping, warm-ups, some more arenas, and a horse. So this is Oliver Townend and Cooley Masterclass in the 3-star show jumping. I just caught them as they came into the arena, and this is a horse that has won Kentucky 5-star twice in 2018 and 2019, and he's usually very reliable in the show jumping. Has only had one pole down, and I think his last 9 internationals, and that was at the European Championships last year. But he's a very good jumper normally, and so far so good. He comes forward actually in 3rd place after the dressage on a 28.8. Kilner Brad and Evo led for Oliver after the first phase in this 3-star section, actually goes on to win that 3-star section. But Cooley Masterclass absolutely fit perfect in the show jumping, and he'll come round to the last now. But a super round and a clear round, and actually a super clear round, but then he withdraws, so doesn't go forward to the cross country. And Kilner Brad and Evo comes to the final combination. 2 strides between the 2 houses. Gets a good shot to the final element, and Piggy March, Cooley Lancer, comes to the final combination. It's been a good round from this horse so far. Wonder if we'll see him head to Le Lion d'Angers for that 7-year-old World Championships. I'm sure we will. After the 3-star cross country, I headed over to the dressage for the 4-star, and this is Ros Cantor warming up for her record-breaking 19.7 dressage test, and she actually went into the lead in section M. And then this is William Fox Pitt and Little Fire. So his top horse, who has been top 10 at badminton, just warming up for their test. The horse was pretty fiery, and it's always quite interesting to see when things don't go to plan in the warm-up, how the top riders deal with it. He actually went on to get a 23.4. Then this is Nicola Wilson and Bilana doing their test in section M. Brilliant to see this mare back. She is an individual bronze medalist from the European Championships in 2017, has won a team gold at those Europeans as well, has been runner-up at Le Moulin 5-star. The mare exceptionally talented, can be quite hot, and she was back at top level, at 4-star level. Nicola had a bit of time off at the end of last year, just got a little bit tense in her walk, which was expensive, but 28.8 for Nicola. And here we have the defending Burgham champions, Kitty King, Vendredi Biats, and a really good start to their test. This horse so impressive in the first phase, and Kitty has been on fire so far this year. She's been in exceptional form, and this horse, she came here looking to be really competitive. She went for it in the test as well, and just unfortunately you can just see paid the price, had a break in the extended, and that was costly for her, but still a really superb test, and she is still well in contention after the first phase. The rain had just started to come down as well, actually, so the weather started to close in, but Kitty King and Vendredi Biat still good enough to get them a 24.8. So from the dressage, it was an early start for the show jumping. that there were some top names, including Oliver Townend, Ballamore class in the first session, and we just caught Oliver halfway through his round. Ballamore class actually lost the win with a pole down here 12 months ago, and no Burgham winner has ever won the 4-star title having had a pole down. So the pressure was on, the time was very tight as he comes down the final line, and the horse was absolutely jumping out of his skin and just ended up a couple of seconds over. So this is the show jumping warm-up, and that right there is Mr. Bass. I'm fine, girling. Yay, chap. Anyway, show jumping is in full swing, and plenty of riders warming up. Coffee is in here somewhere. In a minute. But there you go, show jumping warm up. Okay, so I'm just heading down to the start of cross country. I'm going to do some commentary down here, and I will keep you posted. Oliver Townend coming to the last combination. Ballamore class living up to his name on course so far. Quick check of the watch, he's got around 16 seconds to get home from here. He can afford a few time penalties and he's kicking on towards home. But here comes Laura Collitz and Mr. Bass to the final combination. So good to see this horse back on the international stage. Looking to be thoroughly enjoying himself. Here's Kitty King, Vendredi Beat through the final combination and kicking as Izzy Taylor comes to the final question on course, monkeying around. So far, good over the first element, the curving left-handed line. Then she'll just have the final element, then it's kicking for home.
7.3. Could easily be pushed down. Laura London 52, the A.W. Jenkinson watering coat, just making sure of a stride to that narrow brush. Now she kicks again. 3 from home. She got a good stride into that Voltaire hay rack. Now these 3 elements, this test of accuracy, 3 strides and 4 strides for most. Same for Laura.
Piggy March and Brookfield Innocent clear easily of the final combination. Okay, so quick update for you. I'm just heading over to the 2-star long show jumping to go and do that, but All-Star B has just left the start box. Piggy March has just got home clear inside the time, so Brookfield Innocent leads, and Laura Collett has done a superb clear inside the time. I've got a couple of videos that you'll have seen. All-Star B just leaving the start box, and Don Janeiro is on course, my favourite horse ever. Don Janeiro, Alex Fantian at the final combination, 24.4, brilliant test from them in the dressage, backed up with a good clear round show jumping, just a few time penalties and superb on the cross country. Kick on towards home now and just end up adding 2.4 times their total score. Ross Cantor, All-Star B coming to the final water. 19.7 they scored in the dressage, Ross's best ever international dressage test. Go on, Ross, look at her go, she's absolutely flying, fastest I've seen her ever go round a 4-star short. She was not hanging around, and All-Star B was class. This is the last combination, and you do have to respect this combination, and she absolutely did, but you can just see she is absolutely committed, and she kicks on towards home, just the one to go. Believe it or not, actually, this will be Rosa's first ever 4-star short victory. Okay, so that was pretty exciting. Ros Cantor has just won the 4-star. Never seen her go that fast. Pure class, All-Star B. 2 seconds over the time. Piggy March goes down into second. Absolute brilliant, brilliant. Oh, I'm so happy eventing is back. Okay, so I'm not sure how the audio is going to be. I have driven myself to the beach. So it is Saturday at Burgham, and it's been an amazing day of international competition. We've had some top class names, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to come to the beach. I'm flipping freezing, so I'm literally shaking like a leaf. Thank God for my jacket. Anyway, what has today brought? It has been literally, like, at one point I think Ross Cantor All-Star B was just about to leave the start box. Piggy March had just come home clear. Alex Fantian Don Janeiro was on course. And you know when you have that moment, you just think, this is what we've really missed, and it was just amazing. It has been so much fun. So Oliver Town and Ballamore class have won Burgham. They've been winners there before, and Oliver actually wins 4-star at Burgham 4 times, which is more than any other rider. Then what else happened? Ros Cantor, who had a really heavy fall actually earlier on in the day, she won with All-Star B, her first 4-star short victory, believe it or not. So she had a cracking result. There were some brilliant rounds. Laura Collett, Mr. Bass was superb. Mr. Bass looked absolutely phenomenal. Kitty King looked in great shape. Piggy March finished in second to Ros Cantor. There were some really, really top names. I know I've done some videos and you've probably already seen those, but it was really, really good day of competition. And so what better way to finish it than at the beach? But yeah, it's good to be back eventing. Eventing feels a little bit strange, I'm not going to lie. So it is amazing, don't get me wrong, but everybody is a little bit like, I can't even do it, I was going to cross my arms, a little bit sort of removed, which is how it should be, absolutely. And it's a little bit quieter because obviously there's no public, so it's a little bit more sort of subdued, I guess. But my god, it's good to be back. Okay, sorry, my phone went, and now I'm literally frozen. Anyway, Burgham has been brilliant. I hope that you will have enjoyed my first ever vlog, and yeah, let me know if you would like some more. But I think for me that is it. Thank you for watching, and I will do another one very soon. If there's anything else that you'd like to see, then let me know. But yeah, I don't know how you sign off a vlog. Thank you. Bye.